Hey, gang, this is Carl White broadcasting actually in my house today, broadcasting here at one of the secret headquarters for the mortgage marketing animals. You're listening to Loan Officer Freedom, number uno podcast in the world today for loan officers. And it's just an honor to have you as part of it. And you're on the right episode if you want to hear about video marketing by the masters. Sounds kind of weird to say that, Steve.
Yeah.
But dude, we're like
We get a lot of eyeballs.
we
Yeah.
get a lot of eyeballs on our video marketing, and
Yeah.
I always kind of say this tongue in cheek, but at least in my case, it's really true. I'm living proof. It doesn't matter what you look like to
Yeah.
do video marketing very successfully. You know, I'm no Brad Pitt. You're kind of a handsome guy, right? But I'm no Brad Pitt, and I know that, and that's my opening line when I talk about video marketing. And yet I've got millions of views, and I've made really good money on it, both on from the consumers, right? On consumer direct, I've done really well with the real estate agents doing marketing. As a branch manager, I've grown my branch,
Yeah.
with loan officers through video marketing. Of course, and on training with the mortgage marketing animals and the Freedom Club, it all started with video marketing.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's worked out for me really, really well. And so at the last minute, we had another topic picked out, but the last minute I thought, hey, let's talk a little bit about video marketing. So Mr. Steve
I love it.
Kiles.
Hey, brother. Well, and what a great topic, and it's something in today's environment, Carl, 20 years ago, it was really pretty difficult to do. You had to have so much equipment. You had to
It
have a
was.
bit of a technical knowledge, but my
Mhm.
gosh, the barrier of entry is almost nothing now. Just
It,
record and upload.
dude, I mean, literally, there's 9-year-olds that have
Yeah.
a million views on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this is not hard stuff. And I think the biggest thing to get over, I think, and we're going to talk about equipment and platforms and what do you say and how often, what do you wear? I made a little cheat sheet. What do
Yeah.
you wear? Who do you
Yeah.
do it with? How often? How long are they? And what do you say? But I think the first thing we need to get rid of is the, let's call it, video reluctance.
Mm. Mhm.
And and that's an easy one. I've been quoted on this probably more than anything else that I've ever been quoted on. And that when we're doing video marketing, you go, well, I don't like the way I look. Hey, me neither. Right? Not that I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way that I look. Right?
Sure.
Me neither.
Sure.
And because what happens is when you're watching a video of yourself, you're
Yeah.
seeing an angle of you that everybody else sees all the time, but you rarely see, because you rarely see what you actually look at. When you look at yourself in the mirror, it looks different than what everybody else sees. And when you see yourself on video and you go, what makes me look too tall or too short or too old or too young or too thin or too heavy or whatever, hey, good news, bad news, that's what you look like.
Mhm.
And you don't walk around with a bag over your head when you walk into 7-Eleven. You don't go hide when you go through the grocery store. It's what you look like.
Yeah.
And so, like, whatever. Some people say, I don't like the way I sound. That's how you sound. That's not only how you sound, that's exactly how you sound. And so now you know what everybody else has been hearing, like always.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just get over that. I don't know. Wait, though, you look it. It doesn't matter how you look. Now, I think we can talk about, well, what I wear. Of course, I'm not going to walk around like with a, me personally, I'm not going to walk around with a tank top on, per se. So it does matter what you look like as far as like what you're wearing,
How you're presenting. Yeah.
and how you present yourself. Sure, it
Yeah.
matters, but it's
Yeah.
like the looks that my dear maker blessed me with. This is what I got. I mean, that's it. And would it help if I look like Brad Pitt? Well, it worked out pretty good for Brad, so of course it would. But there's very famous people, actors and actresses, that frankly aren't anything to look at. I'm not going to sit here and name them, but those. You look at them and go, guy's kind of a weird looking, kind of awkward looking guy, or he's not the most handsome, or she's not the prettiest, and they're still famous and fans, and people follow them. And it's more about the message
Mhm.
than the
That's right.
appearance on video.
And
So
a consistency, the fact that you just do it consistently over time. And so what you look like matters very, very little. So
yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you look like Brad Pitt or insert
it
in,
doesn't hurt.
it doesn't hurt,
It's
right?
not
That's not
hurting
gonna
you,
hurt.
but It's not gonna make
but
it.
actually, maybe it does.
Yeah.
We say that maybe it actually does, because I've thought one of my secret sauces, Steve, for that's really helped me out in my career, both as a loan officer, as a branch manager, uh, is my I'm just your buddy that lives next door. I'm just the dude next door that's done pretty well that would love to help you out, right? And
Mhm.
that's who I am as a person. And so I think, like, like if I look like Anthony Robbins, people go, well, of course, the guy's like 7'8", and he's handsome, and has all, uh, well, of course he does well. I can't compete with him. And I've always thought one of my like secret weapons is people go, well, gosh, he's nobody special. He just looks like that guy. And
Mhm.
he doesn't look like Anthony Robbins, or she doesn't look like insert in famous pretty lady or whatever. And so
Yeah.
I think having a quote normal look makes us more approachable.
Yeah.
And so I actually think not being drop dead gorgeous or drop dead handsome uh, might actually, from business wise, might actually work out better for us, so we're more relatable.
Yeah.
And when people see us, like you and me, Steve, we run two separate but very successful branches. If we look like Brad Pitt, they'd go, well, no wonder they do so well,
Mhm.
because who wouldn't want to work with that handsome guy or that pretty lady? And when we just look normal at best on a good day, right? You can't say, well, it's because, Carl's got one of the largest branches in the nation. Steve's got one of the largest, most successful branches in the nation because of our looks. It's not because of our looks, right? It's because of what we do, our activities we do. So actually, I think looking, and I'm using air quotes, normal, actually it might be a plus for us. It makes us more relatable. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
Okay. Hey,
Uh,
so listen, we want to start in video. Where do we start? Do we start with message first? Do we start with platform? Do we
let's
start with?
let's do equipment, because this
Okay.
will be easy.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard to beat a good old iPhone, right?
Oh,
iPhone or Droid phone. The video that comes off of a phone, off of a Droid, uh, boy, it's hard to beat. I mean, it is really world-class video. I've got a little studio over at my office. I've got some expensive cameras in there. Half my videos are shot with an iPhone. In fact, I'd say more than half, like most are shot with an iPhone. Or I'll tell you something else I do a fair amount of, and I know you do too, Steve, is go on Zoom, just like what we're on right now,
yep.
click the button and just record a Zoom.
Yep.
The upside, I like it. I like the iPhone because I like getting out of the office. I don't want to be sitting behind a desk all the time. I think it's okay some of the time,
Yeah.
but I don't think it is. And maybe it. I'm just giving my opinions here. I want you to see where I live. I want you to see me around town. I want to be like I'm a real person just like you.
Mm.
And so I think having the portability of an iPhone or a Droid phone, I think well, again, you don't have to do it all the time, but I think it helps. So I think you can do the Zoom thing, and I think that's fine. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that all the time, because I want you to get to know me a little better. Because the whole idea of the video is for people to get to know you. And I don't want you to just know what I say. I want you to learn, like, know me as
Who I
who
am.
I am as a
Yeah.
person, like where I
Yeah.
hang out. And hey, I'm walking down one of my favorite streets here in Dunedin, Florida.
Yep.
And what I want to talk to you today about is insert in thing. And so it adds motion to it. I tell you another little trick. If you're trying to get people to go with you, like join your journey, you want to be a part of their journey. There's something about having motion. So like
Mm.
if I'm in my car and I'm driving and I'm taking you somewhere with me, it's that subliminal, oh, this guy's going to take me places. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? And so you got to be careful with the driving thing, though, because you can get some pushback from that. Hey, what are you shooting a video when you're driving? That's dangerous, which I'm not arguing it's not, right? So you got to be conscious of those things. And when you start doing video, you just got to be aware what's behind me. Do I have like I don't know, a political poster behind me? Do I have I don't know, legalized weed? I'm just, something that, hey,
Yeah.
well, me and my buddies are for, or you and your buddies are for, but I'm not, or you're like, you have to be aware of what's behind you. And I have to be aware of what's on my shirt, what's written on my shirt. Like you'll never see me record like holding out any kind of alcoholic beverage,
Mhm.
or any kind of a tobacco product, or, in a, it's what I'm saying, like something where,
Polarizing. Yeah, you don't
yeah,
want
you want to
something
stay
that
from
polarizes
polarizing.
one way or the other.
Yeah,
You have to stay neutral. If not, you'll divide
100%.
your audience.
Yeah. Unless you feel so strongly about that you're willing to give up half your income and half your database, then,
Mhm.
my hat's off to you, and good for you for feeling so passionate about something. There's things that I feel passionate about that I will lose customers over. But I can tell you it's not my political or my thoughts on alcohol or tobacco or insert in whatever thing, so
Good.
the last thing about equipment is you got to have good audio.
Yeah.
Got to have good audio. And so I go on Amazon and I buy these little lapel mics that plug right into my iPhone. They got the little lightning plug to them. I think Logitech, I think is a brand that I use. They cost like $17. I mean, they're super cheap. So it's a little tiny itty bitty lapel mic. And it's got a little spaghetti thin cable to it, like super
Yep.
thin.
Yeah.
That's probably 10 feet long, maybe. You don't want to be more than that, or you're too far away from the camera anyway. And that's almost always when I'm using my iPhone as a video. Almost always I got a lapel mic, because you don't like the lapel mic if there's road noise behind me, or like if I'm out in front with that I got a pond here in my front yard, and if the pond, I like it if the fountain's going, because it adds motion to the video, but I don't want the sound of the waterfall sound that it makes to override my voice. And so lapel mics pick up your voice, but if you
Yep.
get any more than like 4 feet away, it doesn't pick up. So like road noise, wind blowing, things like that, those lapel mic, they really add a good element to it. So simple iPhone or a Droid phone, a lapel mic, I think is a must.
And it's super cheap. I mean, you're talking about less than $50 for what you've
Oh,
just.
way less than I think it's literally $17 if I
Yeah.
remember right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these things are real cheap. So as far as equipment, that's it. You want pretty good lighting. That's easy enough to do these days. They have these little ring lights. They're about the size of a dinner plate, I guess, something like that. They're like $30-$40, something like that. Little LED lights. We use those sometimes. If I'm sitting outside, don't need it. That's another reason. I like doing videos outside. I think outside's a good thing. It just gives, I don't know, it just gives a good feel. You got motion. I want to see what's in the background. People are going to look to see what's in the background. So give them something to look at,
Yeah.
because they're going to, oh, where is that? Do I know where that's at? So that's Steve's backyard. I mean, that's a nice, I mean, it's weird, but we do, I remember I was watching, Gene Simmons, had this reality show for a little while he's the bass player from the band Kiss.
Mhm.
He had so I'm watching this reality show. This is like 10 years ago or so. I'm watching this reality show where he's doing it. Was very clever, very smart man, very, 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 very wise businessman. And you know what? Yeah, impressive guy, right? Really impressive guy. Anyway, so I'm watching this thing, and he's having breakfast, and I find myself looking in the background, see what kind of cereal is Gene Simmons eating, and I'm going, what the heck am I doing? Why the heck do I care what breakfast cereal Gene Simmons has in the background of him sitting there eating breakfast? But I was,
Yeah.
yeah. So be aware of what's behind you, and do that. Let's talk about how often. So how often should I do a video, do you think, Steve?
Hey, well, that actually, I was going to ask you. At least weekly. I think you need
100%.
weekly. I mean, and really, it depends on the platform that it's going. Like if you're doing a weekly quick hit or a quick tip,
Yeah.
weekly, you're going on social media and you're posting social. They'll say anywhere from 1 to 3 times a day. It just becomes a process of what you're doing,
Yeah.
and the less manufactured it is, the more natural. The more it is. Hey, I'm just
100%.
thinking about it. Let me post this. This is a great idea, great thought. Hey, I'm over here. I think once a day, man, it's great. Just depends on the platform. What about you?
I think once a week, because I don't want it to get in the way of making my phone calls, because my phone calls
Yeah.
is where the money is. And so if I'm going to do something daily, it'll be calls, because I can do calls and not videos, and I'll be very successful. I can do
Right.
videos without calls. It'll be an utter failure.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll give you an inside tip. What day of the week do I send? So first of all, do it the same day every week, so it becomes this expected thing.
Yeah, the same way every time.
Yeah, that's right.
Drop them the same time, same
That's
day.
right. Same time, same day of the week.
Yep.
So I think so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
more people will buy what you're selling.
That's amazing. You were telling me this the other day. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, even
But
knowing
but
this
but but
now.
listen to this. Listen to this. Saturday will get you more views, but less sales.
Mm,
And so you have to decide what you're doing. For me, I'm not looking at the video to make sales for me. I'm looking at to make my phone calls that much
easy.
better,
Yeah.
easier. Yeah, that much easier. So when I call, they go, "Dude, Carl," right?
Yeah.
And so it helps pave the way.
Mm,
And so I think Saturdays is a good day to do it. I did mine for years. I called it the Saturday strategy. I'm here for your Saturday strategy. I'm here
yeah.
for your Saturday tip of the week.
Yeah.
But if I'm selling something, and the purpose of my videos is to sell something, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But every Wednesday, every Tuesday. I'm not saying you need to do both of those, but like
Yeah.
every Tuesday my video goes out. Every Wednesday my video goes out. But if you want
Hey,
more views, a higher open rate,
Saturday.
that's it's going to be Saturday. But they're less likely to reach for their credit card, per se on Saturdays. So
Hey, so who would your audience be? So I
so
know,
I'm a loan officer. I've got two primary. I'll tell you who it wouldn't be. Who it
okay.
wouldn't be is consumer direct.
Hey, and talk about that real quick. We saw that study from Next Gen, which was massive and it's just
Yeah,
not very,
consumer direct. It's too expensive. Look, on consumer direct, I'm going against Quicken.
yeah.
Right. Let's say it for what it is. I'm going against Rocket Mortgage.
Mhm.
And if I think I'm going to beat Rocket Mortgage at that game,
Yeah.
yeah, I need to go outside and get a cold breath of fresh air, because that's not going to happen, right? So they've got this multi-billion-dollar marketing campaign. I'm not going to beat that, right? So fight them where I'm going to win. Fight them like if I want to win with Tom Brady, it's not going to be throwing a football, right? I'll pick another game, right? I'll come up with something where I'll take him on a crossword puzzle, right?
Crochet.
Yeah, I'll whoop his butt crocheting, right? But I'm not going to whoop his butt on.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to be able to compete with him about anything to do with the football. So
Yeah.
don't do that, right? So and to me on a consumer, even when I get that loan, as soon as that's closed, I'm fired. I don't
Yeah.
have another deal. Whereas if I go after when I close that deal, I got another one. I got another one. I got another because they're constantly out there looking for clients for me. So my little free army of salespeople looking for customers for me. So I look at consumer direct. I'm buying buckets of water
Yeah.
on real estate agents. I'm digging wells that'll produce me water and over. And if I'm trying to fill my swimming pool, do I want to buy buckets of water or do I want to put garden hoses with a constant flow of water? I mean, it's a no brainer, right?
Yeah.
So so for me, the video would go to two primary groups. Number one, real estate agents. Number two, my past database. You go, wait a minute, Carl. What about? I thought past database. Consumer direct. It's a group of people that's already done business with me, right? The thing of going to strangers and getting them to do a loan for me, consumer direct. Man, I've spent like literally $1 million on ads and mailers and just virtually no results whatsoever. And if I spend that same time and energy on either A, my past database, or B, my real estate agents, it'll definitely move the needle for you further. So who do I send it to? I do one to real estate agents and I do one to my past database.
I love it. So talk to me about this. When you know that those are your two audiences, what are you talking about? Is it the same message or are you doing two different videos going to two different groups?
So the answer to that is yes.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
let me explain it. So sometimes I'll do a message to real estate agents. Like I'll go buy Gary Keller's book, The
Yeah.
Millionaire Real Estate Agent.
Yep.
It's a fantastic book, right? And I'll open up that book and there's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of great ideas in that book. And so I'll Google, give me a great marketing tip for real estate agents, how to get listings or something like that.
Mhm.
And I'll read through those and I go, oh, that's a great idea. And I'll click a little video. Hey, this is Carl White over here at ABC Mortgage, and I'm here for your Saturday tip of the week. One thing you always want to make sure you do is insert in idea. So anyway,
Mhm.
there's your tip of the week. Hey, just want to let you know that 3 things you can count on me is I'll close you on time. I'll give you great communication. and I'll follow up with your leads like green on a pickle, and I'll help you get to those people to the closing table. So again, my name is Carl White, ABC Mortgage. Give me a call. Love to help you with your next buyer, with your buyer lead. Right. And that's it. So you want to have a call to action at the end of each video, but that call to action is like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you about how all these great things, like I always pick the three that's moved the needle for me the most, which is real estate agents' number one complaint. They don't close me on time. I don't know what's going on with the loan we got going. I send over a lead and I never hear back from them. So that's what I say I'm good at, right? So I have a brief 15-second call to action at the very end. On the consumers and sometimes the realtors, I'll come up with a life hack or a little, or I tell you something else that worked for me real good is like if I'm doing one certain area, like you're in the Houston area, even though you've got loan officers, you know, pretty much nationwide. So that's a bad example. Let's say I'm doing real estate agents, I'm doing consumers in my past database strictly here in the Tampa Bay area. Just say, there's a website that I go to sponsored by the local newspaper of what's happening in our area here this weekend. And so I picked three things. One thing artsy fartsy, one thing adult-ish, but not controversial, and one thing for the kids. So, hey, me and Maria, hey, this is Carl White over here at ABC Mortgage, and I'm here for your Thursday, what's happening this weekend. So Maria and I looking to see what's going on in this neighborhood this weekend, and we found three really cool things. Hey, the Florida Orchestra is coming to town, and man, I just always love that stuff. Right? Call me crazy, call me weird. I love the Florida Orchestra. They're playing down at Ruth Eckerd Hall, and if you go to floridaorchestra.com, you can see where they have tickets or something artsy fartsy. They have a wide, something like that. One thing adult-ish, but not controversial. Wine tasting. They have a thing here in St. Pete. It's called First Friday, that every first Friday, it's like a big, street party kind of thing. You could take the kids, probably not the best idea, kind of thing. So, hey, so the Florida Orchestra's coming. Number two, First Friday down in St. Pete. You can never go wrong there. And boy, there's this great little band I saw that's playing down there. The Steve Kyle fans. Great band. And so maybe you see you there. And then one thing for the kids. Hey, and also I saw there's an arts and crafts show down at the Straub Park, and they'll have things for the kids, face paintings and all kinds of cool stuff. Man, it's just a beautiful setting out there for Saturday for a couple hours. So hope you see out on one of those three things this weekend. And again, this is consumers. Hey, before you go, again, my name is Carl White. I'm with ABC Mortgage. And anytime you have a friend, family, or coworker that's looking to buy, sell, or refinance, just want to know, can I count on you to give me a call? That's what I help people do, and I appreciate that because I got your back, and I know you got mine. So thanks for watching this episode this week, and I'll talk to you when you call in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Thursdays, What's Happening This Weekend. So something like that. Now, the What's Happening This Weekend, I can send that to both realtors and consumers.
Yeah.
So like if I've only got time to do one quick video, I'll do something that's generic hack. Like the one that I always give an example of is, like you can go into a car, like a rental car, or I could get your car, Steve, and I don't know where I need to go fill it up with gas because I just used your truck to move something or whatever. Yeah. Not that I would ever do that, but hypothetically, right? Hypothetically. And now to show my things, I got to go fill up your tank. I don't know. I pull up the gas station, wrong side. God darn it, happens every time. I got a 50-50 shot of getting it right. I choose wrong every time. A rental car, same thing. So I'll give a little tip of the week of, hey, if you ever look on the gas gauge of a car, there's a little arrow there, and it points to which side of the car the gas fill up is. And if it doesn't have a little arrow, it'll be a little picture of a gas pump, and which if the pump is if the hose is on the left side of the pump, then the gas cap's on the left side of the car. If the hose is on the right side of the pump, the gas fill up is on the right side of the car. So now you know. And so I'll give like a little life hack or, something. And if you just Google life hacks, there'll be a gazillion of them, of how to get gum out of a shirt or whatever, just any kind of thing like that. I send those out too. I tell you what I don't do. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever. How often?
Never
talk about mortgages. Never, ever talk about mortgages. That will, yeah, they'll drop you like a hot rock. Don't talk about mortgages. They don't care. Mortgages, there's probably no more boring of a subject than mortgages. So do not
I
talk
tell
about
you about the stochastic candlestick crossover chart that's forming into a bearish bullish angel
Yeah,
star
exactly. Nobody cares about that stuff.
pattern.
Don't talk about mortgages. You just remember, this is going to your past database. Some of the people are actively out looking, but that's going to be a very small minority that have my past database. Most of them I just closed last week or last month or last year. And if I talk about, hey, what to look for in rates, what if rates go down, and I talk about, man, we got this great rate, and they go, well, dude, just last week you stuck me with this other program that doesn't even sound that. So when I talk about mortgages, people would call me up mad, like, how come you didn't give me that program? And so it was just, yeah, don't talk about mortgages. It's just it's a horrible thing, though, and they don't care, right? They don't care, so don't talk about mortgages.
Hey, and so on the audience, one of the things, and that's what's really cool about the membership with our Jumpstart and Freedom Club, like you do a whole section on how to do the targeted ads, because like as you're doing the video, like on the platform, Instagram, Facebook, you can be very targeted and it's very inexpensive. So you can literally target it. Would you send it out through BombBomb or email, or what platform would you choose?
I would send it out, just me personally.
Yeah.
I would do exactly what you just said. I would upload my list of past database. I'd upload my list of real estate agents I want to target, upload those into Facebook, run a custom audience, what you just said. So I'm only paying for those eyeballs, not the 16-year-old kid, right? That's somehow got on, I don't know, somehow Facebook showed it. I don't want to show it to those people. I want to show it to actual past customers and real estate agents. So I'll upload those into Facebook. And for about, I don't know, $100 a month, I can have it so that those real estate agents are seeing me. So you become a local celebrity, like to the real estate agents. That's a real thing. And same thing to the past database. So I would do that. So I do that, and I would email it out. So whether you email out on a BombBomb or just, we just email them out on Amazon. They have video hosting, so we just hold it up on Amazon, and we just email that out. So I'd email it out and I'd send it out on Facebook. What do I wear?
Hey, wait. Let me say something. What would your copy be inside the email? So you're the master of copy. What would you say? Like something like, hey, it's your Saturday strategy, or
a Saturday strategy, or here's what's happening this weekend.
Yeah. And it's that simple. Hey, check out, this is what's happening locally.
Oh, yeah. It's like a 1 or 2 liner.
Okay.
Like just, hey, on this episode, I talked about what's happening this weekend, or the real estate agents, listening to this tip on how to get more buyers, how to get more listings. What's your short 1.5-minute video on how to get more listings, or something like that? Like just super short. Don't write a long email. Super short.
Call to action in the email or just in the video?
Just in the video.
Got it. That's great.
Just in the video. Even though I would put my superscript, which we can talk about that on the next episode. Like, what is the superscript? So on my email, where most people blow that, by the way, like they'll put on there, hey, this is my Instagram, this is my Facebook, this is my this is my that, this is,
too many calls to action, too many places to go, and
not. Well, it's not even a call to action. Like, so you want to make it, you want to tell people exactly what you want them to do. And so the PS is very strategic. So I would put super short, go watch a video, and I always have my superscript PS, which you can listen to on the next episode. What do I wear? If you're around town, what do you normally wear? That's what you wear. And so I've got friends of mine that wear suit and ties when they walk around town, right? Totally cool. So wear a suit and tie. I wouldn't wear shorts. I wouldn't wear a t-shirt. I'd wear a polo shirt. I'd wear a collared shirt. If you wear a tie normally, wear a tie. I don't wear a tie normally, so I don't wear a tie. So for most of mine, I'm wearing, I wear a collared shirt that's got either my mortgage logo, or in our case, the Mortgage Marketing Animals logo. You've got the Freedom Club logo as we're sitting here doing this today. And so I prefer the casual approach, because that's what I'm trying to make myself. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get it so you know who I am. So I'm just going to wear what I normally wear. So yeah, just be careful. I wouldn't do the bikini thing. I wouldn't do, even if I'm buffed, I wouldn't do the shirtless thing. for the guys, for the girls for sure, right? But for the guys, I wouldn't do the shirtless thing. So yeah, it's a professional video, and just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, like what if you go to the grocery store, whatever you wear, like wear that kind of thing. How long is a video? Boy, 3 minutes max.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, the
it,
attention spans are so short in today's environment.
yeah, I think that's it. So we talked about the video.
Yep.
We talked about the equipment. We talked about the platforms.
Talked about the
We talked about what to
messaging.
say, what to wear. Oh, who do I do it with?
Yeah.
So let's say you're a real estate agent, Steve. I might call you up, say, "Hey, Steve, I'm doing these Wednesday tip of the weeks or Saturday tip of the week." You go, "Oh, yeah, I've seen you do that." Hey, I do another version to my past database. You want to do a video with me, and for you to I'll take care of everything. Like I got the iPhone. We can use the exact same tip of the week that I'm using. So I'll give you the script, and you and I record it together, and for you to send out to your past database. So now you've got a past database of 400, 500, 600 people, Steve. And now you're sending my video out to your people. So now they know me too. And in the call to action, I'm going to do yours. You're going to do mine. In other words, I would say, "Hey, Steve, great tip. Hey, boy, if you want a real estate agent you can trust that really knows the area, Steve, you always have everybody's back." Right. And you go, "Well, thank you, Carl." And boy, if you're looking for a loan officer, somebody that in these times that's going to lead me in the right direction, put me in the right product, Carl, I trust you with our clients. Well, thank you, Steve. Because it's always it's okay to say, "Hey, I'm really good at this," but it's way better.
Better when somebody else says you're really good at it.
That's exactly right. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. That's exactly right. So I love doing these other people. I did this with an insurance company for a while, and man, it was outrageously successful. We actually opened up a separate branch just for this the insurance cut. Because you get a good insurance company, they can have 4, 5, 6,000 homeowners currently in that they're doing business with, that they have as customers. And suddenly my video was going out with him. Awesome guy. My video was going out with him, to 4, 5, 6,000 paying homeowner insurance customers of his. And yeah, we did really, really, really well on that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so doing it with somebody is certainly not a bad thing either. So I think we kind of covered this.
And that's great. Great episode. Great content.
Yeah.
Hey, if somebody says, "I'd like to know even more," like they want to get deeper into the, like, hey, how do I run targeted ads? Where would they go? Somebody on our
Yeah.
team.
So if you go to, what, this is all that we talk about all this stuff in the Freedom Club. So if you go to freedomclubdemo.com, freedomclubdemo.com, we'll give you a free 45-minute, I almost hate calling them coaching because it's more of a mentorship thing. It's more of a guide. I want you to think of it like a Sherpa. You ever see those pictures of, see these people, they're climbing like Mount Everest, and they're doing the selfies and they're going woohoo and whatnot. And you look in the back and there's this guy, he's the one carrying all the weight. Right. And he's a guide. He goes up and down that mountain every single week. No big deal for him. I want you to kind of think of it as that we're your Sherpa. We've been up and down that mountain 100 times before you, or 1,000 times. We've helped thousands of loan officers through this process. We know how to get up the mountain, and would love to give you an hour demonstration or 45-minute demonstration of how much we can help you in one single 45-minute call. It's amazing. It really is. And so if you go to freedomclubdemo.com, we can go further into this subject or any other, because I can tell you, again, listen to me, where the money is the phone calls made after and or before the videos. And we'll give you the scripts, who to call, exactly what to say. The loan officers that's not going to, that's really, really, doing double-digit closings at this time. It's the phone calls. These other things are the salt and pepper. They're the spice to it. But doing spice without meat and potatoes or broccoli and asparagus, whatever your preference is, you can't live on just spice. You got to have some substance there. And the phone calls is just that. So freedomclubdemo.com. We appreciate all you people. Love to see your videos. And we'll talk to you when you call in, and we'll see you on the next episode of Loan Officer Freedom. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you.